boys, how we doing? Well, it's been a while since I had a stream, and the goal from today is really just, I was going through the SRT-AI repo, and like there are a bunch of new issues, and I just thought, hey, you know what? Yeah, I got a minute. Let me just go through some of these issues and see if I can address some of them. So that's really the goal from today, or at least from this particular stream. So let's take a look. Where are we at? Yeah, so basically what I want to do is I want to figure out like the specific issue I'm trying to fix is there's a there's a particular issue. Um, let's do split. Where am I trying to? Let's do unified here. 19 changed files. Um, I think parse second. Man, there's this bit where I actually made a change. I think it was to the prompt itself. This is from the latest version, the hosted version, and I just want to see like what changes I made and if there's anything that I need to move upstream. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything there. Cool. So let's take a look. Syncing impossible. So I think this is the big one. This is actually repeated because there are a bunch of these errors talking about the same thing. So that's really what I want to address here. And let me see this. Okay. All right. So this question over here, I've tried several different SRT files, no errors, but the lines from different timestamps get merged. And this was actually a problem I noticed myself. Um, yeah, essentially oh, why'd this stop? It's supposed to continue on its own. Apparently not. Anyway, so the specific problem is that they go out of sync for some reason, and that's what I want to figure out over here is why that's happening. So I'm going to check out the main repo, and then let's dig into it. I mean, essentially, what we could do is we could run this locally. See what's going on. Okay. Let's run this. npm run test. All right, let's refresh. All right, let's change the theme. This one looks pretty. Oh, that's better. That's just a random one. Okay. All right, compiling. And basically what you want to do is you want to show the translations actually happening. I think the best way to do this would be to follow a similar stream to the one that we had on the hosted version. Kind of feeling like it was probably a bad idea to do the split in the first place, but I mean, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and do the translation. All right, so the problem here is that you're not seeing the input-output pairs, so it makes it more difficult to figure out where there's a mistake, if any. So let's, how do we test this? I mean, the quickest way to test this would be to actually check out the hosted version, since, like I said, we already have this implemented on the hosted version, so it would make it easier. to, just, yeah, this one. Like, pick anyone. It doesn't actually matter. Um, npm run dev. I mean, it's still gonna hit the. Are you using? Yeah, we're using 1106. We're using 1106 on the. We're using 1106 on the hosted version, but I don't think that's what we're using in on the main version. So yeah, that could be impacting the results too, but I'm not sure. Let's see. It's probably a good idea to merge both of them, like the open source version and the hosted version. But the like the downside is you're gonna have to like figure out how to split the payments logic out. That's the only that's the only part that gets icky. All right, here we go. Not really sure what this is about. It's translating, but they're both English. Like, you should probably do. Let's start a new one. We'll upload the file and translate it to Arabic because I know Arabic, and so it'd be easier to compare the outputs and kind of see like what's going on here. Obviously, this is in test mode, so you could just put whatever you like. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, let's see if we can figure this out. Already I'm starting to see some issues here. Like you can see, um, like half of South Africa is in flames, but here you only have half of South Africa translated. Same here, like police were shooting black kids like rabbits. Here you just have police were shooting. So it looks like there's already some sort of issue here. I don't know if there's a way to stop the translation just so that we don't lose the progress. Because I think once the thing is done, just I guess you could turn off the internet. Just kidding. That's gonna destroy our stream, yo. Yes, of course. I guess I'm just hyper conscious of wasting credits for nothing. Um, anyway, then we could probably just intercept the request here. This is running, right? It should be attached. So the next request. Yeah, okay. That's good enough. Cool. All right, so let's see. So you can see right from the very beginning, by the time Stefan and I graduated in 73, it just has by the time translated. So clearly we have some sort of problem. Let's try and dig in. Oh, interesting. Notice how it broke at the new line character. Huh. Okay, so maybe what's actually going on is we're not translating. Interesting. Like, okay, let's take a look. Like, let's take a close look at what's going on here. We're passing this text over here. All right, I'm just going to paste it here in the debug console and say console.log and then this text, just so that we have that reference here. Okay. So this is our text variable. Got it. Okay. This is what we're passing to OpenAI. And then when you get responses, that's what you're going to see in the results. So I'm going to stop that, let it pass through. And every time it gets a response, we should see The SRT response. Cool. So this would be the first one. You start with what you know and you work backwards. Was that translated properly? Yeah, it looks like it was. And I'm seeing the backslash n in the response. So I suspect what's going on is the client is not displaying it properly. Or there's something going on with the client where we're missing part of the response. And so it should be bubbled up properly in the on the server side, but the client's messing it up. So let's take a look. Client is going to read the content and then set translated SRT. Okay, so it's getting value. It's calling decoder.decode value. That gets you the chunk. And then parse chunk. Oh, okay. All right. Very interesting. Index timestamps and then text. Okay. Shouldn't it be like that? And then this be text dot join slash n. Can you do this? No, that's not gonna work, obviously. Parse chunk. Yeah, okay. All right, so that would have been the problem, huh? And then I don't know if it's just going to be split slash n. Like you already have a parse segment somewhere. Parse segment. I mean, that's already defined in a bunch of places. Yeah, lib client. Yeah, you already have this. Like you can just retrieve parse segment instead of redefining it here. But I think what it does is it also parses. Doesn't that do it too? Let's see. Start and end. Oh, no. It has timestamp, but you'd still need to parse the timestamp itself. I guess you could do a search for this. Yeah, here you're doing split, and here you're doing split. So I guess in client, you could do parse timestamp. I mean, there's two ways you could do it. You could either parse timestamp this way, um, or instead, like you could do start and end, but you'd have to update how you define segment. Yeah, I guess you could do. So here you could basically just take. Yeah, it's not going to be a string. Okay, so parse timestamp. And then here you're no longer going to require parse chunk. Instead, what you're going to do is, well, you could have parse chunk, but you're not going to do it this way. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to call parse segment. And then, well, really what you want is um, ID timestamp text. ID timestamps text. Um, and then what you're going to do is return. So you're going to have start end equals first timestamp, and then you're going to return ID, start end, and text. Is that correct? That's going to return a chunk. Chunk is actually index, not ID. So index is going to be ID in a string format. I mean, I don't actually understand why. Like, where are we using chunk in this way? And it seems off. All right. Anyway, this should fix the should fix the issue. Um, let's take a look. We're gonna have to reload here. Oh, that's better. There we go. We fixed that. I mean, already I'm starting to see issues here with that offset thing that Wandlith had mentioned, which is um, so here our words were meaningless. This was actually this line here. So it's off by one. I can already see that. We joined the prohibited African National Congress. That's right over here. So we're already missing one. So here it's okay. Um, this is okay. Okay, wanted to join. Oh, okay. So what happened is, like, this bit got merged. That's what's happening. Like this part over here, these two lines were merged into just this one here, which is why you have like this off by one error, which they were referring to earlier. So the question is like why this error happened, and whether it's reproducible. I guess that's the question, right? Is it reproducible? Um, so really, what I want to do is stop when we get to this point. Now let's play this and do a refresh. Let's see if you get the same error in the same place. So let's see if it's reproducible. I wanted to join the ongoing struggle. Huh, it's also off. Interesting. Interesting. All right. This is meaningless, and this is the translation for that. So again, like you have the same sort of bug creeping in. Yeah, here's what happened. What we'd always accepted, we would now reject. Oh, here we have the opposite problem. Like this one line was split up into two. Oh, okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. I see the problem. I see the problem. It's the whole new lines thing. Like it could be. It could be the whole new line thing kind of causing all these issues. And maybe if you just strip out the new lines, you'd be okay. Maybe. Like, do you need new lines? Probably not, right? I mean, I'm sure whatever the client is would be able to figure out like where to place new lines. I don't think you need to include new lines. So maybe what you need to be doing is when you retrieve translation, where do we call before we call retrieve translation? Maybe what we could do is our segment. Okay. So text is taking lines and then joining them with /n. And maybe instead of /n, we could just use a space. Yeah, I think that would sort it out. That would, right? Yeah. I mean, you're calling parse segment, and then that gets passed into retrieve translations. Do you call segments? Okay. Text is just going to be the group. Yeah. Okay. This is good. Yeah. If you're not using session here, why do you have? This is weird. Like, why is this here? Any validation? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I think this would. Oops. Did I just close that window? Oops, my bad. I was in the middle of a debugging session. Okay. It's still up? Yeah. Alright. Let's call it again. And just remove that breakpoint for a second. Yeah, let's see. I suspect, so again, like the sort of working theory I have is the new line characters are somehow messing with the response we're getting back from ChatGPT. And so if we, instead of using new line characters, we use spaces, then hopefully that kind of fixes the problem, but we'll see. We'll find out now. And I don't want to have to start a track every second. This is ridiculous. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. No, it's messing up again. So let's just stop it right there. How do we stop this? Okay. I can see that it's messing up. I think it was here. No, this is fine. Here. No, I have the same issue here. Like the translation for "give it to me" is this, and this combines these two lines. So it combines these two lines into this specific line. And I don't know if this is a GPT 3.5 issue. So we're using GPT 3.5. Maybe that's the issue. And really, it's just a question of like upgrading to the latest and greatest model. But the easy way to test that would be to just switch to GPT-4. So let's try that. 3.5. Okay. And now we're just going to refresh and see if we have the same issue. Because if we don't, we don't have a problem at all. And the fix is really straightforward. Oh, what was the problem? OpenAI. Oh, there's no such thing as GPT-4 models. OpenAI. What's a what's the actual number? Oh, it's not new. Okay. GPT-4 Turbo preview. I guess, yeah, probably GPT-4. Just GPT-4. Okay. Translating again. Obviously, the problem with GPT-4 is that it's pretty slow. Let's see if it provides better results. Oh man, that's super slow. That's way slower than I hoped. I don't know if this is even usable, yo. Translations so far look okay. But man, that's slow. Wow. That's terrible. I don't know if it's what is it because I'm running in debug mode? No. No. That's got nothing to do with this. I mean, it's okay now. Wow, that's slow. Let's see, maybe if you use the preview model, it's actually quicker. I mean, it does say turbo, right? So maybe. Yeah, but I mean, there are no mistakes here so far. Wow, okay. So it is probably like a, I mean, once we know what the actual issue is with the prompt or model resolved in GPT-4. So the question, yeah, yeah, man, it's perfect. Like I'm not seeing any errors here. So the solution is probably going to be fix the prompt. Always return the same number of segments. Never combine or eliminate segments. Maybe? I mean, maybe that works with GPT 3.5 Turbo. What was it? What was that before? Like 3.5 Turbo 1106. Okay. Let's see. Maybe that fixes it, maybe it doesn't. But man, like the problem is GPT-4 is way too slow. You gotta use 3.5. Oh, the latest is actually ON 25. We could try out that one. Maybe that works better. Let's see. Any issues? Oh no, same problem. It's combining these two. All right, let's try 0125. Let's try that. And strangely enough, it's always this judge. Oh, it's the same problem. That's even worse, actually. Now we're off by two. Oh, what happened here? What? Hmm. It seems like there's maybe some sort of issue here in the parsing itself. I didn't want a life built on lies and indifference. Okay. All right. So let's. Okay. This one here. So it looks like there was some sort of error with this line here, and we wanted to join the ongoing struggle. So some sort of parsing problem. Hmm. Because otherwise, why would this have shown up, right? Huh. Struggle's only shown there once, so I guess what we could do is we could add a conditional breakpoint. So if text dot contains struggle, then we should stop. Contains, right? Contain includes. Yeah, includes. My bad. Uh, Hello. Okay. All right, cool. So let's refresh. See if you get that same error. Where struggle? I don't see. Okay. It seemed okay. Like, here's struggle. Okay, so you have the same issue. We're still off by one. Um, yeah, here we're off by one. Just this part here at the bottom. So, I mean, it keeps changing. That's the problem. And how on earth are you going to debug this issue when you have like sporadic changes to how it plays out? I don't know. Maybe just use GPT-4. I guess that's probably the solution. Then it just becomes super, super slow. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's looking like. Yeah. GPT 3.5, Turbo 1106, and it would sporadically merge two segments. All right. Cool. So let's go ahead and let's see what are we doing here. Um, yeah, let's change this to GPT-4 Turbo 0125. And what do we need to do? I don't know if we should actually include the change. I guess. Yeah, why not? Um, yeah. Also, like, this is going to fix the hosted version, but we're gonna have to move these changes to where's that last commit? Um, yeah. So now we're gonna have to reflect the same changes in main. Oh man, this is annoying. So this will be GPT-4 Turbo 0125, and then where did we do parse segment? Um, right here. Oh, we already do it here. Interesting. I guess what you could do here is similar to what we did earlier. So we can create a client.ts. So here, if you want to see like the actual file, do you have types? We do. Okay. Um, and then you have parse timestamp here. Oh, we have that already. So really, you just want to update parse chunk on the client. Client, where do you have parse chunk? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean that should do it. Do you have parse chunk? Yeah, no, this should do it. Where do you have parse segment defined? I think we're importing it. Export function SRT. Oh, yeah, you don't need it there. See if there are any problems. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let me just make sure that we're actually referencing the correct model. 0125, yeah. GPT-4 0125 preview. Oh, did I? Oh, man. Okay. I referenced it wrong. I need to fix it in the hosted version too. Okay. And obviously you have to fix this here too. So this one here. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Oh, I just pushed directly to main. My bad. Is there any way you could? What else was there? Yeah, I think these two. Failed to pipe response. I think this is a different error. But anyway, where was the? Cool. All right, I think we are okay now. Basically fixed like the main issue. I think that was stopping. Oh, here's a quick one. Add language Estonia. I mean, this is super simple. If you've not seen this, um, you're gonna love how simple this is. So I literally just need to go to um, here and then add Estonia or Estonian, maybe. That's it. I've added Estonian. Wait, what? This resolves number 16. So same here. This is the main branch, so I'll go ahead and fix that. Oops. All right. Yeah. Cool. I think that wraps it up. That's plenty of time. And yeah, next, what I want to do is hopefully get around to doing proper marketing for the hosted version, which is at translatesrt.com, which I should probably just add the link here. Yeah, yeah, cool. All right. Well, that's it. Wrapping up the